Bonjour, ça va? Ça va bien, merci. Today we are going to talk about the distributive property. If you are here on this video, you've already gone through the video of simplifying expressions by combining like terms. Distributive property is another way we can simplify expressions that involve parentheses. Now, before we go through the steps and how to do it, we have to keep in mind the root word of distributive property, which is distribute. Now, when you think of the word distribute, it means to give. So with the distributive property, we are going to be giving something, specifically giving multiplication. So there are basically two main parts with distributive property. There's the number, I'll represent it as A, that is going to be outside of the brackets, and then the numbers inside the brackets. So two main parts to be able to identify the numbers outside the brackets, and then all the numbers inside the brackets. Brackets, parentheses, whatever you want to call it. And we're going to distribute that number outside the bracket to all the numbers inside the bracket. Okay? And remember, when we distribute, we're distributing multiplication. So if you notice, there's nothing in between this space between the number outside the bracket and the bracket. So if you see anything like addition or subtraction, it is not distributive property. Okay? So there's nothing in between. Ooh, my handwriting is ugly, sorry. All right, so let's try some examples. So it tells us to simplify this expression. First thing I need to do is figure out which number is outside the bracket. If we look here, the number outside the bracket is 3. That's the number we're going to distribute. We distribute with multiplication. How many numbers are inside the bracket? In this case, we have 1, which is x, and we have 1, 4. So we are going to distribute this 3 to the x, and then the 3 again to the 4. Remember, what do we distribute? We're distributing multiplication. So we're going to multiply. So we're going to do 3 times x, and then 3 times 4. Let's see if I can do color combination, red and blue. So let me erase these and put them in blue for you. So 3 times x and 3 times 4. 3 times x is 3x. 3 times 4 is 12. And then whatever sign we had here, we bring it down. So my answer is going to be 3x plus 12. This is your answer because we don't know what x is. We cannot simplify it any further because these are not like terms. Okay? So let's look on the second example. Again, please pause this video if you need time to write the problem. You should be writing these examples in your notebook. So the next expression, we have -2 times the quantity of 5 minus y. So our number outside the bracket is going to be -2. My numbers inside are 5 and y. We're going to distribute 2 times because we have 2 numbers. So -2 is going to be distributed twice, times 5 times y. -2 times 5 gives you -10. -2 times y gives you -2y. You take whatever operation was here and you bring it down. This case is subtraction. So we have a negative. Now, again, rules of math never change. They just stack on top of each other. Do you remember what happens when you have a negative and a negative together? They become a positive. So this becomes negative 10 plus 2y. So you need to remember your integer operations with positive and negative numbers. Now let's go through another example. I'm going to go through this one rather quickly because without the color coordination. So we know we have the negative 6 on the outside. We have 2x and 3 on the inside. I have two numbers, so two arrows, so I'm going to multiply twice. 6 times 2x gives me 12x. 6 times 3 gives me 18. Bring down my sign, negative, so my answer is 12x minus 18. And I think we have one more problem to go. These negatives, you're going to have to pay close attention to these negatives because they will change how the problem looks. So my number on the outside is negative 7. 1 for A. Two numbers inside, multiply 2 times. Negative 7 times 1. Negative 7 times 4A. Negative 7 times 1 is negative 7. Negative 7 times 4A is going to be negative 28A. Bring down my minus. I have two negatives again, so that means these two negatives become a positive. Bring down your negative 7. I'm sorry. See, told you, making sure you're paying attention. Bring down your 28A because the two negatives made a positive. So therefore, my answer is negative 7 plus 28A. I hope you guys have taken these notes into your notebook. Please make sure to post that you're done watching the video so that you can go to the final prompts. And good luck with the next step of this lesson.